Hey there, folks. Ben here, ready to share my 2 cents on the ongoing royal drama. I understand that many of us are growing a tad weary of the Harry and Meghan saga, but the latest twist is quite something. It appears that an old friend of Harry's took it upon themselves to pen a rather scathing letter, essentially telling him to snap out of it. The crux of the matter lies in Harry's upcoming memoir, which didn't hold back in making some rather startling claims about his family. He delved into his tumultuous relationship with William and even suggested that his father, Charles, cracked cruel jokes. It all adds up to a portrait of Harry as a victim, stuck as the spare heir. Now, I'm not saying being part of the royal family is a walk in the park, but let's be real here, he's lived a life of immense privilege that most folks can only dream of. So, maybe it's time to ease up on the victim mentality a bit. Harry's old friend, writing under the pseudonym Edward Charles Featherstone, certainly made a valid point. The memoir paints Harry as a victim, when in reality, he's about as far from it as one can get. Harry appears to want us to view him as a troubled, mistreated prince, but is that really the whole story? Absolutely, it's hard to deny that Harry grew up in a world of luxury and privilege, with servants tending to his every need within the confines of a palace. For many of us who've never experienced such opulence, it can be challenging to empathize with tales of the hardships that led to his departure from the royal family. It's true that Harry and Meghan chose to step away from the royal spotlight, citing the challenges of royal life. However, for those of us who are working multiple jobs and struggling to make ends meet, their reasons might not elicit much sympathy. Edward Charles Featherstone brings up an interesting point about the Harry he remembers from their old days, particularly during his polo activities. This Harry was seen as fun-loving and down-to-earth, quite different from the self-absorbed and self-pitying persona portrayed in the memoir. It's a perspective worth considering, as Harry seemed well-adjusted and likable in the past, and his shift in attitude can be perplexing. In the end, Harry does indeed enjoy immense privilege, having been born into vast wealth and status. It's important to keep these factors in mind and considering his recent actions and statements. You've expressed your sentiments well, emphasizing that Harry has had opportunities most people can only dream of due to his birthright, making his portrayal as a tragic figure seem out of touch and even insulting. It's commendable that Edward Charles Featherstone is willing to call Harry out and publish a letter to convey that message. Many people share the sentiment that the victim mentality displayed by Harry and Meghan is becoming tiresome. Their frequent airing of grievances and complaints about how unfairly they were treated post-royalty has led some to question their accountability. At a certain point, it's important to take responsibility for one's choices and not blame others for personal problems. Public whining can come across as privileged and entitled. As for whether Harry was genuinely mistreated by the royals or not, opinions on this matter are diverse, and it's a topic that continues to spark discussion. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments, and as always, liking, subscribing, and staying tuned for more royal news and analysis is appreciated. Goodbye for now.